Hi Leo, Lynn Walden here. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a spread for you for the week of November 25th, 2024. And of course, this can go on longer or it can be relevant at another time. I always ask for the spread that is going to be most relevant for the collective. So of course, as a general spread, and remembering that you have many other signs that are affecting you, this may not fit. But I gotta say, Leo, of all the signs I've read so far, you have the most cards, and it seems to be extremely clear. So here we go. What I'm getting a sense of as I was praying and getting in touch with the cards and what the guides wanted to tell me through the cards was this. There seemed to be situations or a situation where you have become so responsible that you have started to lose your sense of pleasure in life, or at least around that activity. But I'm getting a feeling that it's draining a lot of pleasure, and that in the face of it, what's going on, it might make sense that you would be losing your pleasure. But what you're being asked to realize is that you have the choice and you have the option to bring in another energy. The sense that I'm getting with this is that there's a concern in terms of your responsibility towards others, that there is a quality of potential guilt around abandoning somebody or something, or giving up on something. But you're being asked to look at how much of that is based on your pride. And, of course, there are a lot of jokes around Leos and their pride. We all have pride. But I think what's important here in this reading is to look at the fact that sometimes what seems like a benevolent act or a good act or a kind thing is sprinkled with pride dust, and that if we can step out of that energy for a little bit, call in a bit of peace and a moment of grace where we can just really soften into letting ourselves feel like there is more going on, that it's not just our responsibility, that there is a benevolent force at play here, that it's not all us who is responsible. And for those of you who don't believe in a bigger energy or higher conscious mind, a unified field of consciousness, God, angels, whatever, you take it back to there are other people and there are other systems involved. The tendency is, Leos are very, very intelligent people. And the tendency can be for them is to think that because they are intelligent, they know the answers. They may be the only ones who know the best answers in any given situation. And while that may be true because they are extremely intelligent, that kind of pride can sometimes blind them to the nuances of other things that are going on and other possibilities and other truths, other options, other resources for not just themselves, but for the people that they're taking care of. Okay? So if you are one of the ones, which you may very well be if you're looking at this channel, who believe in higher conscious mind, you're being asked to really embody an energy of grace. That there is a gentle, kind hand that is guiding you and guiding the situation and everybody else in this situation. Think of it like this. Everybody's a soul. Everybody has their own guardian angels. And that while you may very well be able to help, if it's gotten to the point where it's taking all of the joy out of your life and you cannot find a way to bring that back in, it's time for you to really look at that and say, what am I going to choose for myself here? It's time to take care of yourself. It really is, Leo, because the thing is, but taking care of yourself in a profound way, taking care of yourself in terms of really checking in and saying, is how I'm handling this for this other person or are these other people hurting me, harming me? Because the reality is, if it is, you know you're going to burn out before they do. So take a chance on just stepping back for a little bit. You're being asked to just take a chance, step back a little bit. Check in with yourself. Are you really nourishing your own needs here? Are you taking care of certain aspects of your life that maybe have gone by the wayside because of your concern for other people and your caretaking of other people? And one of the things that you can do in order to kind of break the spell of your responsibility is to look at your language and start changing your language. It's going to help you understand perhaps in some of the places where you feel like you're stuck, where you're caught in a responsibility that you can't choose to get out of or you haven't found a way out of. So look at words like can't, should, try, ought to, impossible, but. Anytime you find yourself moving towards the possibility of doing something good for yourself or coming up with an alternative to a situation that's burdensome, notice when you find an option and then you go to but. Check in with that. See, do you really have to stop there? Is it your pride that's stopping you? Is it your fear of abandoning somebody? Is it just an over responsibility that maybe this time is telling you you don't have to carry it all on your shoulders, Leo? And where can you get the help that you need? So, Leo, my darlings, I know that you are some of the most committed and some of the most loyal people. And I know sometimes it bites you in the butt. So what I'm asking you to do, check in with how much of you being stuck is based on your pride, how much of it is based on a fear of abandoning people, and look at where responsibility has become something that you feel caught by. How can you identify those areas where you're stuck in a situation? Because sometimes you can't get out of a situation. Sometimes you're caring for somebody that you are legally or morally obliged to care for. In which case then, look at where you have moments or beliefs that could alter in your favor to be more considered for yourself, to step in and take care of you. Really start looking at the fact that you do have choices and notice where you can implement them. Invite them in. And I tell you, the grace card, I'm going to read it because it popped out twice. It popped out while I was shuffling, then I put it back in, and when I cut the deck, it came out again. So I'm going to read this to you. Grace. Grace has a smooth, easy, peaceful, and supportive quality. It flows naturally into us and through us. It's an experience of letting the benevolent universe take us through our movements and guide us with a loving hand. Notice the feeling quality of this description and return to it today. Every time you're about to do or think about anything, or at any point in the day when you find yourself feeling stressed and thinking too much, return to grace. That's the energy you're being asked to embody. That's what you're being asked to lean into in order to be able to make choices that are in your favor around responsibility that has become a problem for your own well-being. Okay? I hope that has helped, and I'm going to leave you with that. Take care.